Excellent. And just so everybody understands, what do we, because I know that the word is going to pop up a lot during our conversation and people may not be aware of what it means. What do we mean when we use the term design, and do you have a personal interpretation of the term?
Design is a very broad sort of word, right? You use it in fashion, you even use it in anything to do with design. Obviously, even in industrial design, it's still design. For me, as an interior design, I think that design needs to speak about art, and form and functionality. If you don't have form, which is the beauty and the look, you need to incorporate both things. So for me, if a space works, then, it's great. But it needs to look beautiful too, right? At the end of the day, that's what you hire a designer or an architect for. And therefore, our job is to make form and function work together really well. And that's very important in my field of design, I think.
And did you experience a moment in your life when you realized that, a career in design was the work for you?
I've always wanted to be an architect, to be honest. As a kid, I've always wanted to be an architect. But growing up and having so many different influences and choosing a career. And when you're so young, I feel that sometimes you don't know what you want to be. So I've tried many different things. I've tried being in banking, I've tried being a chef, and I've also tried in advertising as well. But for me, my first love has always been architecture. So for me, instead of going back to school and doing another few years of architecture, I decided, you know what? I actually prefer interior design more because it deals with more details and not just the macro of design. It's more about the little details that make the difference. And that's what I love doing. And so for me, it was a no-brainer to go into interior design as a starting point. For me, my dream is to have a lifestyle brand that kind of expand from not just interior design, but more into a lifestyle brand that also design, products for interiors. So for me, starting in interior design was sort of a starting point, and I love my job and I love what I do, and I'm constantly evolving from going to different trade shows and learning from different cultures by just, traveling and getting inspired from all these different things that I see. So for me, that's what got me into interior design. And I kind of dropped everything else and went to that.